channel. Welcome you all for the next lecture series. In this series, we are going to discuss about the components of thermal power plant. I think for the last class, we are say about the thermal power plant introduction. What are the power plants are available in Tamil Nadu and how much of power they are generated in each unit. These kind of information we are discussed in the last lecture. So continue of this last lecture. Today we are going to see the components of thermal power plant. I think there are main components here I listed. So one is boiler, turbine, superheater, condenser, economizer, feed water pump, and alternator, chimney, and cooling tower. Right. So here I show the power plant images. So along with this, all the components are highlighted here. So here is the boiler and superheater and economizer, turbine, generator, and cooling towers and condenser, feed water pump, and chimneys. So let's see one by one. First, the main component of the thermal power plant is boiler. So boiler is the main component of the thermal power plant, which is fuel is burned to generate the steam in the boiler. Then the steam is used to power a turbine that generates electricity. So here the coal, the fuel. Fuel is here you are using in thermal. Normally we are using coal. It is burned. From that you are generate the boiler is generated the steam, and the steam is flow through the economizer and the superheater to the turbine. Right. So next one is turbine. It is the device which converts kinetic energy into electrical energy, which drives a generator to produce electricity. Right. So next one is a generator. So from the generator and the turbines are coupled each other. So the generator converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. So the electrical energy after produces from the generator, electrical energy is transferred to transformer, and from the transformer it is transmitted through the towers to the distributors. Right. So next one is condenser. Condenser is a device which cools and condenses the steam back into the water after passes through the turbine. Right. So next one is superheater. Here the superheater. Superheater is after steam from the boiler is normally it's in the wet stage. So the wet stage steam is not directly flowed through the turbine. So before going to the turbine, the wet steams are converted into dry steams. So it's in the superheater, the process is convert from wet steam into dry steam. Right. The next one is feed water pump. The feed water pump is used to water pump from the condenser back into the boiler, and also which is heated and turned into the steam. So this is how the feed water pump we are using in the thermal power plant. And for the next one is cooling water. So cooling water is used to cool the hot water, and that is discharged from the condenser. So the cooling water here shows the turbine. From the turbine, the steamed hot waters are flow through the hot water pumps to the cooling tower. So here the cooling tower cools the hot water and is the feed back to the condenser through the pump. And then ash handling system. So in a coal-fired power plant, ash handling system is used to collect and dispose the ashes that is generated during the combustion of coal, right? So this is how all the components of power system all works together. First, we are boiling the coal, that is fuel. It is converted into steam. The steam is through the superheater. The superheater here dry wet steam is converted into dry steam, and dry steam is flow through the turbine, and the turbine is start to rotate. The turbine is connected to the or tied through the generator. Here it is mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. The electrical power is transferred to the transformer to the turbines. And then after the turbine, remaining steams are converted as a hot water through the cooling tower. It's converted into cool water through the condenser. Again, is pumped to the feed water to the boiler. And here is the ash and the chimneys. After boiling the coal, so definitely it will emit some ashes through the ash handling, and the chimney through the chimney we are collect the ashes and disposes the ashes through the chimney. So thank you all. See you in the next class.